we on average have 60 to 90,000 thoughts per day. And if we're not careful about those thoughts, they will go south. They will be negative because 95% of them are repeated day in, day out, and 80% of those will be negative. Now, what the choice that we do have, because we have a choice, are we going to have 60,000 thoughts per day? It's a choice of how do we use those thoughts? Are they going to be negative or are they going to be positive? Are we going to get them to work for us or are we going to get them to work against us? And obviously we're here today, all of us, because we want it to work for us. Does that make sense? So then we talked about the power of dreaming. You know, we have been blessed with a mental faculty of imagination. And for whatever reason, as we get older, we stop using our imagination, we stop using our dreaming. And everything starts with a dream. This is how you set your goals. There's no other way. And we have to dream big with no barriers. We can still keep going over that. This is not the end of it, because I work with people for 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks on their goals, and continuously over a 6-month period, because as our level of awareness sort of grows, well, guess what? So do our goals, because we realize, maybe they weren't as big, maybe they weren't as scary or as exciting as what I thought it was when I first started. So this is just the beginning here. Now, what's the next step, you might be asking? So I've got the goal, as I said, I write it out, it goes everywhere with me. We've got the goal, what do we do next? Okay, so next step, just calm down. We all need to take a deep breath, because this is the exciting part. So what do? We're going to talk today around what is our responsibility and what is not our responsibility. What should we be focusing on and what should we not be focusing on? Because once you have your goal set and you know what it is that you want, all you need to do, and this is the best part, make your intentions known. So when I say you need to make your intentions known, you need to write it down and you need to really commit to that decision. You need to commit to this great big dream of yours. So when I read my goal out yesterday, which was, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've reached and taught, guided, coached and helped develop 1,000 vibrant and upcoming women into global leadership positions of influence around the world based on their purpose and based on their passion. Well, I've made my intention known. Now, I'm not just going to leave it there. I'm actually going to take action. But let's talk a little bit about that now, okay? Because what does that actually mean? What is the law of attraction? Because that's what we're talking about here. And I don't know if you read The Secret or watched The Secret. I think that was a brilliant movie, because what it did is brought so many people to this level of awareness. The one thing that it may have missed, and this is to Bob Proctor says this himself, is that people thought that you just had to put your intention out there and then things will come to you. Well, the law of attraction works slightly differently. Yes, make your intentions known. Be really, really clear on what you want. Make that committed decision, and then all you have to do is take action. And I'm going to read a quote for you, which I absolutely love. And we can talk about it afterwards as well. The opposite of courage is not cowardice. Okay? The opposite of courage is conformity. And goal achievers understand that to have courage doesn't mean that there's no fear. To have courage is to understand your fear, to accept your fear, and then do it anyway. And that's what we hear about today, because mostly, I think about even something very small that I'd love to share with you, what I did yesterday and what I did today. I'm a hell of a lot more comfortable today, and I'm quite excited to be here, even more excited than yesterday. But to actually get me here was a very, very scary moment. And a lot of people would go, well, why, Dreem? You present in front of hundreds of people, you've done this so often. But for whatever reason, live Facebook sort of sessions like this absolutely petrified me. And anyone that knows me will know this. But I knew that I actually had to overcome this. And it's taken me a little while, but I've finally done it. And I can't tell you how exhilarated it feels afterwards, because all my fears were not substantiated. They're just not, they were all in my head. So again, what is our responsibility? Our responsibility is just to do it. Take that first step. be courageous, understand that everyone goes through this, because if you want to actually build your goal and reach your goal, you just need to take that action. Now, one of the best things that I've been taught and that I live by is don't be attached to the outcome though. Our responsibility is to take action without being attached to the outcome. So the best advice I can give you is basically this. Do not worry. Okay, those 60,000 thoughts per day, make sure that they're on the right track, leading you constantly and focused towards your goal. So when a lot of questions that you could be asking yourself, for example, if you start a new business, well, where am I going to get the money from? Who's going to be my first client? Who's going to buy it? Or if you're looking for a career and you've got a job, job interviews, are they going to give me the job? Am I going to get that house? Am I going to get the land that I was after? Don't worry about that. That's not your concern. And that's what I mean by that's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to actually take action. That's it. It's to do the thing. So my responsibility yesterday was just to do the Facebook Live. Right? And I think you can see a significant difference. I feel like I'm a brand new person, right? I feel like I'm back to my normal self, but I just had to take the action regardless of what was going to happen afterwards, regardless who was on. So again, what we're talking about here is that don't worry about how is it going to happen. Just do it. And if you're scared of it, do it, because you'll find out that it's not as scary as what it actually is. Now, the law of attraction, what does that actually mean? Well, the law of attraction in itself is a secondary law. And I really love that law, but the primary law is the law of vibration. And why we talk about you need to calm down and not be attached to that outcome is because the vibration that you put out there is what people will feel. That's it. It's really simple. So most people will feel what it is that you're feeling. So again, your responsibility is just take that action. So I'm going to give you a little tip here on how to calm yourself down. And this is what I do constantly, all the time. Now, I've got my goal, one of my goals, and I'm really dedicated and devoted to this. And I love the word devotion because it's what brings discipline into my life. The devotion to this goal is what brings the discipline that you see in my life. I read the goal out and I ask myself one simple question. Are my feelings and are my actions right now, and is my vibration right now helping me achieve this goal? Is it helping me? And if it's not, I let it go. I just very gently let it go. I acknowledge it and I let it go. And then I ask myself, well, how should I be feeling? What should I be doing? Because I am devoted to my goal. It's really that simple, okay? Now, will there be doubt and worry, you might ask? Of course there is. We're just humans. That's it. While we are the perfect spiritual beings on the inside and our souls are perfect and our spirit is perfect, we are humans, and you can expect doubt and worry every single step of the way when you are about to do something new. Fear is real. But what we need to understand is fear is simply our subconscious mind trying to protect us. So again, just ask yourself, just get your card out. This is why it's so important to write this out and to have your card with you at all times. Read the goal out loud and you ask yourself, is this helping me achieve my goal? And if it's not, just let it pass, let it go. What do I need to do to reach this goal? What do I need to do to stay devoted to my goal? And then that helps you bring your thoughts back into process, into line, into the right way of thinking. So I hope this little tip has helped you today. I use it every single day and I don't move away from it. And you know, life is not about it being complex or hard. Life is about just simplifying everything for yourself and really making it exciting. And this is how I do it for myself. That's my one daily routine. I wake up in the morning and I read this, and I go to sleep at night and I read this. I would love to have you keep working on your goals. Let's keep it simple here. Write 3 very simple things that will help you take action towards that beautiful devoted goal of yours, or the goal that you're devoted to, right? So 3 simple steps. So as an example, when I first, and it's not an easy thing to do, when I first wanted to quit my career, my beautiful career, my very successful career, and start my own business, I said to myself, what are the 3 things? So I had written my goal out. What are the 3 things? So this was them. 1, it was go on to GoDaddy and get a domain name in Dreem Consulting. So automatically I was on www. Number 2, register for an ABN. That means the tax department right there and then acknowledged that I was a business, and they were more than happy to be taking my money. And number 3 was get a logo. Because once I had a logo, once I had an ABN, and once I had a www domain, I had a business card. And once I had a business card, I officially had a business. That's all I needed to do. And that's as simple as it got. That's how I overcame my fear. And the very next day, I quit my job. Think of 3 things that are going to help you. They don't have to be anything too dramatic. Write them down. And then let's come back tomorrow exactly the same time, and we're going to talk about the next steps. So what's needed to make the actual change. Up until now, you don't have to do anything to make the change. You're just dreaming and doing and writing down 3 things that you can do to help you start that dream. Tomorrow, we're going to have a look at, I'm going to be sharing with you my really, really simple tips to making your life easy to getting to that goal. So I hope that's been of value, and I so appreciate you being here today. Bye guys. Thank you.